Hello and welcome to another helmet review, and here we have the Jenson Button Arai GP6 helmet from the 2011 Japanese Grand Prix. 2011 was a great season for Jenson. He convincingly beat his teammate then Lewis Hamilton and finished second in the championship behind a dominant Sebastian Vettel. For the Japanese Grand Prix that year, he decided to do tribute helmets to the country in the wake of the Fukushima tsunami and the ensuing nuclear disaster. He had strong links with Japan, of course, being a former Honda man and having a Japanese girlfriend at the time. The fact that he won the race at Suzuka made him even more of a hero in Japan. Let's first have a look at the box. So a typical Vodafone Mclaren style box in grey with pictures of the mini helmet on the top and on the sides as well. And as you can see, this release was limited to 1,000 pieces. But nothing too special about the packaging really, just a regular Vodafone Mclaren style. As you can see, the pictures on the box are from the half-scale helmet how I bought it several years ago, so in its original state. So a lot has been changed on it, and I'll show you all the upgrades in detail a bit later. So the red top features a Support Japan inscription both in English and Japanese. On the sides too, you have the phonetic JB initials in katakana writing. The whole helmet, of course, is very Japanese themed with the colors. And for those who don't know, his regular helmet has a very different design. This is his 2004-2005 helmet with basically on the sides the Union Jack with his initials JB integrated in it. And then on the back you have a full Union Jack as well. And then the top blue part has some stripes in it. And so these are his normal colors, which he switched to Japanese colors, of course, for that particular weekend. So on the Japanese Grand Prix helmet you can still see a faint JB design in white on the sides. And the top is now red, just like the red circle in the middle of the Japanese flag, which represents the sun. Now let's have a look at the raft of upgrades done to this mini helmet from its original release, as you can see on the box here. And we'll start with the chin spoiler that has been added. So on the chin part, that spoiler. And the visor has been switched as well to a clear one from the dark one here, and has a corrected shape. The old one was much more of a generic shape and much bigger as well. So the one now, this one is more correct and modern looking. Also the visor screws and clips have been changed, and underneath that I added these earth leakage pieces. So it's the black part basically that connects the two, those two screws. A Xylon panel has been added then on the visor. The original didn't have one, as you can see here on the box, and I had to add the decals on it then as well. And I also added these rubber rain grommets to the sides on the visor. And then the tear-offs and the tension posts of it needed to be added as well. And then on the left side of the visor underneath I added a little brass pin. Also worth mentioning is that the front vents are actually cut out with some mesh behind it. On the later versions of the Arai half scales the vents are closed off and they are actually just decals. On the top then I added these air vents, and as you might have noticed they are on it in the wrong way, let's say. Normally the opening is at the front, and this is usually done to have less air coming in or to prevent water from seeping in rainy conditions. Another little thing I added is this black sticker to where the com set or drinking tube was connected to the helmet. Finally, I also changed the generic hands rings to the correct and more detailed black Arai engraved rings. And the central bolt is also different to the more modern hands connectors. And then on the back you also have the painter's sticker on it, Ufe Designs, the Finnish painting company. I think it's a very good looking helmet, especially with all the upgrades, and it was actually my first Formula 1 half-scale helmet, so a pretty special one to me. So yeah, this was my review of the Jenson Button Suzuka 2011 Arai helmet. I'd like to thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and check out my other videos on the channel, and why not subscribe to it, and I'll catch you in the next one.